Why even look into NFTs? Isn't this just another fad in the hype cycle? Or are NFTs, like MP3s before them, a technological innovation that is here to stay? And over time, people won't even realize that they're engaging with an NFT, just like many people don't understand that what they're listening to now is an MP3 or a WAV file. Now, there are two very big reasons why NFTs are important for musicians and why they'll continue growing in popularity for the foreseeable future. Reason number one, the world is longing for some real sense of belonging and ownership. What historically fell to the church or collegiate affiliations or country club memberships has now splintered into millions of online social groups, forums, and networks. This part we all know and can agree on. The problem is that the incentives for these networks have become skewed, and the platforms themselves make all the money, while the artists, the creators, and even the fans that support the network are left with pennies on the dollar. Because of this, there's a diminishing sense of responsibility when it comes to online memberships, programs, and products, which is why you or someone you know is probably using a Netflix, Spotify Premium, or HBO password that doesn't actually belong to you, and why many people share music that they have never purchased before. The thinking goes, if the corporate oligarchs are making all the money anyway, then why not stick it to the man one shared $9 monthly subscription at a time? However, if you extrapolate that out times millions of people, then there's a major inefficiency in how the market values these types of products. NFTs change this ownership paradigm, and they promote a deeper level of integrity and participation by those who hold them. Why? Because an NFT is like an official ticket or a certificate showcasing an elite status or affiliation in some project or group. It's a badge of honor that opens up literal and digital doors by providing access to content and experiences that can only be unlocked by having the right NFT in your wallet. And because the blockchain guarantees verification of ownership, which is something we'll get into in a future video, that means musicians don't have to worry about fans sharing passwords and access with those who are not in the official club. In many ways, this creates a level of psychology within the community that is protective and more supportive of the group as a whole. Personally, I'm more likely to contribute and be helpful in a community that I feel a sense of ownership in. And that is the ideal soil to grow 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000 superfans who will purchase any product, song, album, or ticket offering that you put out. It creates a more participatory environment that is conducive to productive conversations, collaborations, and intimacy. And conversations, collaborations, and intimacy just happen to be the primary drivers of high ticket sales. Whether that be upgraded tickets to one of your shows, an invite to a private studio recording, weekly Zoom calls with superfans, or an in-person meet and greet. At Tribly, we help musicians design these various levels of engagement and incentives and then bucket them into token-gated communities using what we call badges. Badges are just NFTs that guarantee a person is supposed to be in that group or have access to that particular product or service. They're like a digital passcode that cannot be duplicated, double spent, or shared. And because of this, each badge gives your fans a sense of ownership, conducive to making the community a more meaningful place for people to congregate. Why? Because that badge is actual ownership in the community and the access that that community represents. If your elite fan club is limited to 1,000 superfans, that means that each NFT represents 1/1,000th ownership in that community. As a member of the elite club, it serves me to contribute as much as I'm able to make the club a great experience. Because as demand for access to that club grows, it makes my ownership in the club more valuable. And when 2,000 superfans are vying for a spot in the club that gets them access to their favorite artist, but there's only 1,000 NFT badges available, market forces push the value of each NFT up. Imagine owning 1/1000th of Taylor Swift's fan club when she was still singing folk country songs in Nashville. Imagine what that would be worth today. Token gating your fan club creates an economy around you as an artist that grows as you see more and more success. And the reason that this kind of limited access ownership is important is that it elevates the fans that are going to contribute most to helping you promote your music, your shows, your content, and more. And it allows the fans that aren't ready to contribute at that level to exit their position by selling their NFT, potentially at a profit. It is an intrinsic mechanism that will always allow the cream of your community to rise to the top. And it creates a marketplace for your fans that monetizes attention and engagement. But NFTs do not have to be limited to fan clubs. They can also act as a digital receipt for physical and digital products. Let's say you want to do a limited edition LP for 100 of your biggest fans for $100. The scarcity of the release creates a strain where demand from your fans outpaces supply. NFTs are a way to capture the value of that scarcity in a more meaningful way, and they allow you to attach additional perks to each purchase. So in addition to the autographed LP, you could give access to a fan club, a tiered membership group, or allow any holder of that limited edition NFT to get first dibs on tickets to any event, private show, or VIP area. If you sold your LP in a traditional e-commerce store, you might make $10,000 from the initial sale, and then that would be it. Any secondary sale or bootlegging that happens on another site like YouTube, for example, would be lost revenue. Because without the scarcity that minting something to the blockchain provides, the song is just the song. And once I've streamed it or I've downloaded it to my computer, there's not much reason for me to send the artist any more money. That is, unless I want to have a certificate of authenticity that showcases that I am one of 100 people that actually owns one of the signed limited edition LPs and the perks associated with it. Imagine if you could boast that you own 1/100th of something as priceless as the Mona Lisa. And this is what NFTs provide: the ability to verify that you are indeed one of the few owners. And what's even better is that NFTs allow artists to profit from secondary sales of any LP release, fan club membership, or item that is sold to their fans. If I'm able to get an NFT that acts as a certificate of authenticity for a signed LP plus the perks that come with it, then that makes the LP more than just a set of songs. It becomes a collector's item. It's a commodity. It's an official representation of my support for that artist.